Hey, Eric B at Isomeric here. So the triggers on my V-drums are starting to lose their sensitivity. Still works if you play them loud, but if you play soft, nothing. Now they're barely starting to trigger. I'm playing pretty hard here to get them to trigger at all. And then it takes quite a bit to get any real sound out of it. Alright, so it's because the little foam sponge that sits on top of the piezo sensor inside the trigger, it's getting old. So let's see what we can do about that. Okay, so we're going to open this thing up. All right, so as these get older, the little foam stack there gets shorter. So we can see here we've got a little bit of clearance, and so it's not touching the bottom of the head anymore. That's why we're having a sensitivity problem. So you can buy a new one of these foam cylinders, but then you have to deal with getting the adhesive off, getting the new one stuck on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually take this whole sensor assembly and I'm going to raise it up by putting some washers underneath at these screw locations. Okay, so I have an assortment of washers. I've got some that are about 40 milli-inches thick, and then I've got others that are only 20. So we got to find the right height to move this guy up so that he's just touching the head like he's supposed to or like he would have when he was new. All right, so looking at the size of the gap that I saw there, I'm going to try 140 mil and 120 mil on each side. Okay, so 140 and 120 on each side. Okay, now we've got it snug down, and now it just barely touches, so that's what we want. That looks like it's going to be good. Barely touch the bottom of the head. All right, so now we'll put this back together. Okay, here we are back on the kit. Responds to really light strokes again, that's good. All right, I think we're back in business, at least for now. And I kind of like this approach because we didn't have to separate the foam from the sensor to put a new one on. You have to get the old adhesive off. I was a little concerned I might damage the thing. So we just moved the whole sensor with the foam up a little bit by putting the washers in underneath. And we're back in contact with the underside of the head. All right, well, I hope this is useful, and I'll thank you in advance for hitting the subscribe button. All right, keep drumming. Thanks.